the party master on Up and Go, The Bridge, 99 FM.
Make today Thursday, the 11th of November, 2021. Do you think it's a case where they thought that they need to go for a young, energetic DJ because the older one was struggling with waking up for 6 o'clock? And so they put this young, energetic DJ to start at 5 o'clock? Maybe that's what happened here. Jack Scorpio, what a show he did this morning. Good morning, Jack, of the Black Scorpio clan. And we thoroughly enjoyed your presentation in the early rise. Have a great day today, Jack. And remember, as we always say, when I grow up, I want to be like you, man. Came in and saw him perched on his high chair and delivering some great musical shots. He does it every Thursday and Friday morning right here on The Bridge, 99 FM. Right now, we welcome you to Up and Go. My name is Richie B. Of course, the usual suspects are in the building with me. And we've got a nice, interesting program lined up for you. Some interesting and wonderful guests touching on a number of different topics. And in between all of that, some giveaways, some fun things, and some great music. Did I tell you guys that I actually saw students in uniform this morning on my way down? I haven't seen that in months. And I saw some young ones heading out in their khaki uniforms and all of that. Looking good, looking really neat, and quite excited, it seems, to get to school. Coming up this morning at 8 o'clock, we have Kimani Powell, who will be talking with us. We've got the likes of Dr. Trevor Dixon, C.E.O. of Jamaicans Abroad, helping Jamaicans at home. Jah Jah. The acronym, that's a foundation that's doing good. We also have a chat lined up for 9:30 this morning with Miss Ann Thompson, the General Manager of Proactive Lifestyle. General degree makes an entry, and so does a new feature called Constitutionally Speaking, which comes up around about 10:15 on a Thursday morning. And it's now time for headlines across the bridge here on Bridge 99 FM. Looking first at the Gleaner here in Jamaica. Brute force in a compound town. Maroons accuse Curry of Taliban-style dictatorship, but chief defends treaty powers. There's growing agitation in the compound town Maroon enclave in the St. Elizabeth area, where some residents are up in arms over what they describe as the dictatorial style of Chief Richard Curry. They allege that persons close to the leader have been using verbal and physical attacks to repel any resistance to orders. After weeks of simmering tension between loyalists of Curry and others critical of his leadership style, things reportedly came to a head on Saturday night when a man claimed he had been gun-butted and stabbed because he was among a group of people who challenged an order from the chief to bring an end to a party that was in full swing. The injured man submitted videos and still photographs to the Gleaner showing wounds to his head, hands, and feet. According to the man, who asked that his identity not be revealed, he was attacked by men close to the chief. They attacked me because they saw me as the weak fence, said the injured man, adding that a silver gun was used to hit him in the face, with an alleged enforcer threatening to shoot him. And from the Jamaica Observer, we pick up this story. DNA backlash. MP comes under fire for proposal that testing be done at birth. Sociologist Dr. Herbert Gale says he will not support any call in Parliament for mandatory DNA paternity testing at birth as the solution to stemming the scourge of domestic violence locally. Dr. Gale, a university researcher, was responding to statements by St. James Central Member of Parliament Roy Clark, who on Tuesday in the 2021 State of the Constituency debate in Parliament said he intends to move a motion calling for DNA paternity testing at birth. Clark referenced a study by Dr. Gale stating that paternal issues contribute to Jamaica's high rate of domestic violence that leads to murders. In an interview yesterday with the Jamaica Observer, Dr. Gale said the study, dubbed the Male Fertility Study, is being conducted by his Master of Science students in the Department of Sociology, Psychology, and Social Work at the University of the West Indies, Mona, and will not be concluded until another 2 years, as the progress was slowed by the novel coronavirus. The preliminary results, he said, from a sample of about 2,000 people from the upper, middle, near poor or lower middle class and poor people so far indicate that 20% or 1 in 5 people experience paternity fraud, for which the associated violence is extremely intense. And now we go further afield. I want to make a stop in the Caribbean region in our headlines across the bridge. We are now heading up to Antigua. CWI host High Performance Coach Program. The next stage of Cricket West Indies CWI High Performance Coach Program has been successfully delivered as part of CWI's development and investment strategy to upgrade and upskill coaches across the region. A number of enthusiastic coaches from across the region participated in the week-long event at the end of October at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua, which was delivered on the back of 5 online modules leading into the event. The latest stage involved face-to-face practical components to build coaches' knowledge. In addition to the technical basics of elite cricket, topics included leadership, program management, communication, skill acquisition, as well as visual technology and data analysis. One of the highlights was a bowling masterclass with iconic fast bowler Courtney Walsh, who is the head coach of the West Indies women's team. Shivnarayan Chandapal, the legendary West Indies batsman, was among the participants, and he was very positive about the program. Several other former international players participated, including Nikita Miller, Gary Mathurin, Vishal Singh, Ryan Austin, and Riyad Emrit. And I think we have enough time to just let you know that there is a situation developing. Belarus, Portland border crisis deepens with thousands trapped in dire conditions. Thousands of people are stranded at the border between Poland and Belarus in terrible conditions, trapped at the center of an intensifying geopolitical dispute. The migrants, most of whom are from the Middle East and Asia, and who are hoping to travel on from Poland deeper into Europe, have been gathering on the Belarusian side of the Kuznica border crossing. Authorities closed the crossing on Tuesday, with aerial footage showing large crowds congregating in the area. And we understand that they're experiencing terrible weather, and that is just an awful situation to find oneself in. Brings our time now to 20 minutes on the downside of 7 o'clock, 7:20 a.m. Right now it's 25 minutes on the downside of 7 o'clock. At 7:25 a.m., that is when I don't take the chance of asking DJ Audley to introduce this segment, lest he makes a mistake. WTF, ladies and gentlemen. What the fact? That's what's up right now, and we have some interesting facts to share with you. Okay, inside of What the Fact this morning, we're learning that too much water can, in fact, kill you. I'm going to tell you how. Drinking too much water can be deadly. I'm told that when guzzling a lot of liquid, you can, in fact, suffer from water intoxication, which is also referred to as hyponatremia. And that occurs after an obscene amount of water is consumed, often during endurance events, when participants are also losing sodium through their sweat. We understand that there have been many notable cases, including the 2002 Boston Marathon competitor Cynthia Lucero, who died from overhydration. These are interesting facts. So, inside of What the Fact this morning, WTF, we're confirming that too much water can, in fact, kill you. How many bottles of water do you consume on a daily basis?
Maybe about 2, 3.
3 bottles? You're talking about the small bottles or the tall bottles? Yeah? That's a lot of water you're drinking.
No, I'm going to have to...
I need to graduate to those levels.
I'm going to have to rethink it now, to know what you're saying.
But you have been doing it for obviously a long time and it hasn't killed you, so maybe no need to stop at this stage. But if you exceed that amount, when you start doubling that amount and so on, then maybe you can have some problems. But Please take this away from WTF today. Too much water can in fact kill you. Now it's time for us to hear our proverb of the day. And I want to hear it played, and then I'll repeat it, and then I'll take your call or calls if you want to give it a shot in terms of your own interpretation. 876-676-4996. But first of all, let us hear the proverb of the day.
Alligator lay egg, but him no fall.
Did I hear alligator lay egg, but him no fall? That's it, right? Yeah, so that is the proverb of the day. Play it again so we can hear it.
Alligator lay egg, but him no fall.
What do you think that means? First of all, the translation and then the interpretation. Can you handle that one this morning, or is it a tough one? 876-676-4996. Let me hit up someone is hitting us up on the telephone line. Let's see what they're thinking. Good morning, you're on the air. Welcome to Bridge 99 FM. Who's calling? Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Are you fully awake?
Yes, I'm awake.
Okay. Are you still at home or you're at work by now?
I'm at work.
Oh, you're at work. All right. No problem. What is your name?
Tracy.
All right, Tracy. Thank you for calling in so quickly. You heard the proverb, or do you want me to repeat? Oh, you heard it.
Yes.
I'll still repeat it though. Alligator lay egg, but him no fall. What do you think that really is saying? That proverb. Give me your explanation. Alligator lay egg, but him no fall. Give it a shot, Tracy.
What is the odd one? Trust me, it's the odd one.
It's a hard one.
It's the odd one. First time hearing that one.
You need some more time to think it through, maybe.
Yes.
All right, no problem. She's trying, but the words are not coming. So let's get to another one of our callers and see if we can get someone who can maybe give us an explanation. Well, I'm going to help you with the translation. The alligator lays eggs, but he is not a fowl. Okay, so that is the translation. We gave you alligator lay egg, but him no fowl. The translation is the alligator lays eggs, but he's not a fowl. Now for the explanation. I think we've got somebody on the line who can help us with that. 876-676-4996. Good morning. Welcome to Up and Go.
Good morning. How are you doing, Richie B?
I'm doing good. Better for hearing you. What is your name?
Talis.
Did you say... Oh, Talis?
Yes.
All right. Good morning, Talis. Well, nice to hear from you. You haven't nailed the secret sound game as yet, but...
I'm going to nail it today.
All right, 8:30. I'm looking forward to hearing from you at that time. Now, what is your explanation for this proverb? Alligator lay egg, but him no fowl.
I think things not always what it seems.
Things are not always what they seem. All right, I'm going to help you with the official explanation, Talis. The alligator lays eggs, but he's not a fowl. The explanation? Never view a subject from one point only. That is what that proverb means. Thanks for your participation. Okay. Have a great day and catch you at 8:30, all right?
All right.
We also want to tell you, on the informational tip, that dancehall artist Shensia is currently in hospital, and that is in the United States of America. She's 25 years of age, and she revealed via an Instagram page post recently. She shared a photograph of her in a hospital bed, and she was not disclosing and has not disclosed what the ailment is, but she informed fans and promoters alike that she would miss out about 4 shows this coming weekend. She says, and I quote, "Unfortunately, I will not be attending all 4 events this weekend. To my Sheng Yens and promoters, please understand, as my health is truly at risk, and I'll be out for a while." And several industry players have responded with positive energy and get well wishes. Ramesh Major, one of the players in her team, is of course one of the first to put out "Keep Strong, Mama, we're here for you fully. No one strong like my Sheng Yang," said Ramesh on his IG page. And then people like Danique have reached out. "Oh no, praying for your health and renewed strength. Lisa Hannah and Yenda Phillips have also, and Jada Kingdom have also sent out get well wishes, and we wish her well. I wonder if it's just a case of, it could just be a case of exhaustion, because she's really been going at it for a while, as with her increasing popularity, she is in demand and has a lot of engagements to take care of. So we hope it's nothing too major for Shensia. Now, this morning, we're going to be joined any second now by Kimani Powell, who is only 18 years old. And Kimani is going to share with us how he has managed to push on through many challenges. One of them being a late bloomer and also suffering from a chronic illness. But at the same time, he managed all of that to get some really good grades in school. He's from the parish of St. Elizabeth. He's a past student of New Forest High School in South Manchester, and Kimani had trouble reading up to grade 4, but was determined to be a good student with the help of his teacher and his parents. We're joined this morning by a man who has achieved a lot, Kimani Powell. Good morning, Kimani.
Good morning.
Welcome to Up and Go. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, and thanks for having me.
All right. First of all, congratulations, Kimani. We've been told about your successes, and we want to start off by saying congratulations to you first off.
Thank you.
Now, tell our listeners, how many subjects have you acquired overall, Kimani?
I've acquired 11 subjects.
Wow. And you got satisfactory grades, I suspect?
Yes, I did.
Congratulations on that. The focus I want to go to now, though, is the challenges that you've faced trying to accomplish your academic goals. Tell us some of those challenges, and you can also go on to tell us how you managed to overcome them.
Man. So it started off with me being a non-reader up to the point at grade 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had a lot of challenges learning there. But at grade 4, my principal decided to get a group of us boys. I was in a grade 4 class with all boys,
mm-hmm.
you know, and we had a teacher who worked closely with all of us, you know. Most of us even did an extra year at grade 4 because we were not up to scratch as where she wanted us to be in the first year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and in the second year, at the end of the second year, I was reading at a grade 9 level.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and
that's good progress.
Yes, I was at a grade 9 level, coming from a non-reader. Yes.
So that now must have taken some determination on your part to the desire to want to succeed.
Yes, most definitely, because, you know, that was one of my biggest encouragements,
mm-hmm.
you know, because like, at a younger age, I was even referred to special education because my parents were told that I cannot learn.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, after achieving that, you know, I just wanted more and more.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic story we're hearing from Kimani. How did having a chronic illness like diabetes affect you and your schooling, Kimani?
So I developed diabetes in the year 2016 on my birthday.
Mm.
Yes, I was in grade 6 at the time. And, you know, it was hard. It was hard, you know, because I had down days where, you know, from diabetic cramps and, you know, just low energy sometimes. But the good thing is that I had good friends and good persons around me, family members.
Mm-hmm.
It kept me motivated sometimes even when I was at my lowest.
Mm-hmm. So when you look back, what would you say sort of pushed you to do well despite all of the challenges that you were going through? Is it just your own ambition? Is it motivation from others? Or is it a case where there were persons that you wanted to sort of emulate?
It would have been mostly my ambition, you know, and to make my family proud because my family invests heavily in me. Like, I'm not wanting for anything, like they have invested. So I think it's like a part of my duty to make them proud.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A lot of persons are listening to you right now, a lot of young persons too, and many of them might have had a similar situation, late bloomers, some might have had issues as well with health and so on. What would you say to those youngsters listening in terms of giving them some kind of motivation? What do you want to say to them this morning, Kimani?
I know that some days it's tough for them. I know that, it won't always be easy, but never stop. Continue, you pray a lot, pray about it. Continue to trust and believe in God and know that one day, things will be okay. It won't be easy though, but you can do it. If I could do it, anyone can.
Yes. All right. Where do you go from here? What's next for Kimani Powell?
I will be attending NCU, that's Northern Caribbean University.
Wow.
In January.
In January, good. What course?
I want to pursue my degree in social work.
Okay, all right. Fantastic. Quite a story this morning. I'm really touched by all that you've said. And again, we say congratulations to you. We're going to, something, Kimani? We're going to stay in touch with you and monitor your progress, So continue to do well so that we can continue to celebrate your successes, all right?
Yes, thank you.
Great talking with you. Give my regards to your entire family and good luck going forward. Take care.
I will for sure. And thank you.
Our pleasure, man. We live for days like these to be able to share stories like these, Kimani. Trust me on that. It's Kimani Powell, ladies and gentlemen, only 18 years of age and has overcome a lot of challenges, being a late bloomer, suffering from a chronic disease such as diabetes, and still managing to get good grades that he's now on his way to university. Fantastic story, wouldn't you agree? So Ann Thompson here is in the news once again. She has made statements suggesting that she really has outgrown MVP Track Club. And I'm quoting her on that statement. And she said, that is why I left the club. I've outgrown them. Now we understand that she has, in fact, started to train on her own. She trains at Mico, and she's under the supervision of her husband, Darren, and Olympian Bertrand Cameron. So she has changed up her team, and she has moved away from MVP and making a bold statement, which will ruffle feathers once again, I suspect, saying, hey, I've outgrown MVP. We haven't heard a response from MVP, but I'm sure that they would want to point to the fact that under their direction, she won 5 gold medals and 2 silver medals at the Olympic Games. She emerged to be the national champion over 100 meters, 10.54 seconds, making her the second fastest woman in history over 100 meters. And no doubt they're also maybe thinking, well, but how can she say that when she also has the national 200-meter record of 21.53 seconds? But Elaine's argument is going to be different. She's saying, look, time to move on. I've outgrown that club. Well, we all will be hoping that she will continue to do well. Of course, a lot of us, many of us, most of us, if not all of us, would like to see her emerge as the fastest woman in history. And she's still with Nike, or Nike as some say. But as it relates to who is taking care of supporting her with training, presently her husband Darren and Bertrand Cameron. We wish you well, Elaine Thompson Hira. It's now 8:31 a.m. What's up, New York? What's up, Connecticut? What's up, New Jersey? Hi to our friends in Florida, the FLA. Big respects to, of course, our friends in Toronto, in Canada in general, and the United Kingdom. I just got a message a while ago from the United Kingdom saying, hey, Richie, hey, we're locked in and we're playing you loud in our restaurant right now in London. A restaurant by the name of Movement. And they say everybody is enjoying the vibe. Many Jamaicans, no doubt, are there. And we say big ups to the Movement restaurant family over there in London. Right now, it's giveaway time. And this is a moment in the show that I look forward to every morning. 876-676-4996. That's the number we want you to call if you'd like to participate and possibly win or jackpot in the secret sound game. There's a sound that you must identify, and if you do this morning, you can win dual currencies because we've got $99 US and we also have 7 times $99 Jamaican. That is why it's a dual currency giveaway. The only one of its kind in Jamaica and the region, all right? So here's the sound that you must identify. Here's the secret sound. What sound is that, ladies and gentlemen? Give us a call right now. 876-676-4996. Let's go to the telephone lines and see what's up. Good morning, caller. You are on the air.
Good morning, Richie.
Good morning. How are you today?
I am good.
All right, you're sounding that way. Who's calling?
This is Ellie.
Ellie, out of Montego Bay, is trying one more time. How is Montego Bay this morning, Ellie?
It's overcast.
Overcast in Montego Bay. Hope you don't get the kind of rain that you had a couple of days ago.
Let's hope.
Hope so is right. All right, Ellie, thank you for calling in. Remember the numbers if you want to participate. 876-676-4996. Ellie, you've heard the sound. You're going in for $99 US and 7 times $99 Jamaican. Do you think you have the right answer this morning, Ellie?
Richie, I wake up last night. It's like somebody nudged me and said to me, you know, I think that is the sound of a bald eagle.
A what?
A bald eagle.
You think the sound that you're hearing is that of a bald eagle?
Yes, Richie.
Did you say you got this in a dream or you just thought about it when you woke up?
It's like somebody nudged me, woke up, and I said, "You bald eagle." So I called this morning. I'm hoping that I'm right.
She says it's like somebody nudged her. Now, this is an interesting one. Ellie is in Montego Bay, and she says the sound that's been baffling everybody is that of a bald eagle. Ellie, you need to be nudged again because that is not the correct answer at all.
It is not?
No. But I suggest you respond to another nudge tomorrow morning and try again.
Okay, I will.
Take care. Have a good day, Ellie. Always a pleasure hearing from you. 876-676-4996. I can't believe that this secret sound is baffling as many people as it has been. My goodness. All you need to do is identify this sound. Never thought this one was going to be so difficult, actually. 876-676-4996. And we're taking another call, don't we? Yes, we will. Good morning. You're on the air. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. Kunis.
Yes.
Well, you guys have a way of just getting through. I don't know. Many people complain I can't get through. But I think we need to check, though, why the calls are not coming in all at the same time. But it's like when one is out, then one comes in. We need to check that out. Sean, morning, sir. Kunis, good morning to you.
Yes. Morning.
St. Elizabeth is represented right now. What is the sound that you're hearing, Kunis?
Is it the sound of a mockingbird?
He says it's a mockingbird. I'm trying to get the attention of my producer because, remember, I don't know the answer yet. And no, she's saying no. She's shaking her head. Nope, nope, nope. That is not the sound that you're hearing, Kunis. I don't know. That is not it. Sorry, man.
Okay, Richie.
Thanks for trying. Oh, boy. 25 minutes now before the hour of 9 o'clock. We like to take at least 2 calls, and we just did that. Think about it some more. This is the sound that you must identify if you're going to win the money tomorrow morning. What sound is that? Secret sound with tomorrow morning we'll have 99 US and it's going to be tomorrow 8 times $99 Jamaican. Now, recently, the Savlamar Public General Hospital in Westmoreland received assistance from the Jamaicans Abroad Helping Jamaicans at Home, Jaja Foundation, and they were able to assist in the hospital's effort to treat COVID-19 patients. The volunteer group brought several items and specialized equipment, including pulse oximeters. There were personal protective gear, and isolation gowns were also included. The mission will be working in the hospital until December 17, I'm told. And this morning, the CEO, Dr. Trevor Dixon, is here to tell us more about this initiative. Good morning and welcome, Dr. Dixon.
Good morning, Richie B. It's a pleasure to be on. Thank you for the time.
Great having you this morning, Trevor. And how is everything going with you? How are you continuing to navigate throughout this pandemic?
Well, as your public service announcement said, social distancing, wearing your mask, washing your hands.
Yes.
And I'm fully vaccinated, so that's how I survived this time.
All right. Good luck going forward, Dr. Dixon. Now, I want to ask you, what inspired you to start the Jaja Foundation, which is the Jamaicans abroad helping Jamaicans at home, Jaja? What inspired you to start that?
Why, I can't tell you. As the name suggests, only God could have inspired that name,
Yes.
So I'm not going to take credit for it. I give all credit to God for coming up with that name. He just put it in my head, but, all things come through Jaja, the Father.
Oh.
Yeah. But let me just get clarification. I'm getting a lot of flack for this. This current mission that's at Savlamar Hospital, while it was initiated by the Jaja Foundation, it is by no means just Jaja Foundation that's down here in Jamaica. We have all the major groups, players in New York, Florida, Atlanta, and throughout the United States. Their task is to send some of their representatives down to Jamaica to help and support our brothers and sisters in Savlamar, Westmoreland, at the Public General Hospital. So this is not an exclusive Jaja Foundation initiative. However, we have taken the lead, and a good amount of the volunteers are from out of the Jaja Foundation, whether directly or indirectly.
So there are a number of affiliates.
Of course, up here in the Bronx, New York, we have organizations from out of Atlanta. I don't want to start naming them because people get vexed. I don't name them, and rare. But everyone has participated. We want to thank all of the partners. The Ministry of Health of Jamaica has participated. Jamaica Tourist Board is on board. A bunch of corporations out of Jamaica is on board. Grace Food with their Mighty Malt is on board, and they also provided Captain Peak water for us. The Negril Chamber of Commerce over there in Negril is our partner. And the Savlamar Rotary Club, they're a big partner. And Cornerstone Jamaica, they're a big partner. Now, the initiative was actually led by our Consul General out of New York, Alison Wilson.
Yes.
Dr. Karen Dunkley, and of course, Claudia Powell from the health sector there in the Northeast sector. So everyone's on board. Irving Clear from out of New York. There's a lot of partners we have. Ras Clem out of New York. All these folks decide that we need to do something for Savlamar Hospital.
Yes.
And they've all come on board. We've all come on board out of the diaspora's push to make a better Jamaica.
Fantastic. So take us back to the beginning, though. When did it come into being, this your foundation? Let's focus on that a little bit more. When did it come into being, and what would you say is the mission of the Jaja Foundation? Well,
we started before the foundation was formed. I started with a doctor out of Kingston Public Hospital. There was a Dr. Hugh Wong out of the A&E department at Kingston Public Hospital. I drove my car down to KPH 2008 after graduating from medical school, and I said, I want to help make a better Jamaica. So I went down there and I ran into Dr. Wong, and Dr. Wong said, oh, you want to take the woman foreign and promise. So you're going to do great in Jamaica, and nobody's not doing it again.
He really said that to you?
Yeah, man. Dr. Wong is a realist. Everybody who knows Dr. Wong knows that Dr. Wong is going to give it to you the real way.
Okay.
And I appreciated that because I'm a realist too. So as they say in America, real no real when real see real.
Real no real. Yes.
Right. So Dr. Wong and I have been working since 2008 without any problem. We've done an ultrasound conference out of the Kingston Public Hospital and now also out of UWI, where we train all the doctors in the public hospitals how to use ultrasound in an emergency. And why in emergency? Because sometimes in Jamaica public hospitals, sometimes people can get a lot of these services. So now, because of the initiative that we've been doing for over 13, 14 years now, if you come into the emergency room and many of these facilities, they are now better equipped to take the ultrasound machine and put it to the bedside and be able to help save your life because they come up with a diagnosis as you have free fluid in your abdomen, and we can look at your heart and see if there's any fluid around your heart because of this initiative that started in 2008. So it was only natural when I heard about COVID occurring in Jamaica that I would take the initiative to say, hey, I reached out to my partners, Dr. Karen Dunkley, and I reached out to the Consul General Wilson, and the whole team and say, listen, we have to go to Jamaica. And Jaja Foundation can't do it by themselves. So let's get all our partners out of the United States together. And the council reached out to everyone, and they started a registry at the Consul General's office.
Yes.
And that registry, everyone who wants to come to Jamaica, go there and register. And we have about 50 folks who have volunteered their time, and many of them are not Jamaicans. It's about half Jamaican and half not Jamaican. We have people from Israel, people from China, people from India, who have all said, we're going to go help and make a better Jamaica. Because, out of Jamaica, our motto is out of many one people.
Absolutely.
And so it's this vision out of many one people.
How did the challenges at the Savlamar Public General Hospital come to your attention, and what made you then decide to help?
Well, the Jamaica Green Observer, of course, Bridge 99. We are connected with Erwin Clear up there in New York, so we are connected via the radio program. So we were kept abreast of the nurses and doctors walking off the job, the people being frustrated, the high numbers of COVID patients that was in Westmoreland, and Savlamar is the only hospital that services Westmoreland. So we said, we are doctors and we dealt with COVID here in New York. I work out of the Bronx, New York. I work at Jacoby Medical Center in the Bronx. And there's a high concentration of COVID patients were here also. This was epicenter. This is where COVID started in the United States, in New York. So we know how it feels to be overwhelmed with COVID cases. So we said the least we can do is go on and offer our expertise. And I was fully vaccinated. So as they say in Jamaica, I didn't hitch. I just made a phone call to my contacts down there in Jamaica, and they said, yes, we can use your help. We went to the Ministry of Health, Mr. Cephas, Courtney Cephas, out of the Ministry of Health. He said, yes, we could certainly use your help here in Jamaica and your expertise and help to support the doctors and the nurses and other ancillary staff. And we came on to Jamaica. We've been there since about October 15th, and we had the active group working in the emergency room as of October 26th. I was in our first group.
You have contributed a lot so far as a group. We mentioned at the intro some of the items and so on that have been donated. Were these sort of done on a one-off basis, or do you want to make it a continuum going forward?
That's a good question, Richie B. Our efforts are only possible if we're supported by people like you and me who are in the community. We are a grassroots organization. We don't get any big funding, so we keep fundraisers. We keep a boat ride in New York City every summer. We keep a gala in the winter time, and we sell raffle tickets just like everybody else. And that's what we use our fundraising dollars to do. And we take that money and we come to Jamaica. We had a boat ride in August 20th this year. People said, you're crazy? You keep your boats ride on COVID just done in New York? We said, we have no choice because we have to go to Jamaica and help. And sure enough, before we could even finish the boat ride, we heard that Jamaica's number was climbing. So it was perfect timing, So we partied with a purpose at the Jah Jah Foundation. And we were able to take some of those fundraising dollars, and we were able to bring supplies for not just Savlamar Hospital, but for 4 hospitals in the area. Savlamar Hospital, Black River Hospital, Mandeville Hospital, and Percy Jr. And don't take Jah Jah Foundation word for it. Go down to those hospitals and ask them, did they receive supplies from the Jah Jah Foundation? And they will tell you yes.
That is so good to hear. I have to ask you, Doc, what's next for this foundation, your Jah Jah Foundation? What next, as it relates to Jamaica?
Well, whatever happens in Jamaica, we figure out innovative ways in which we can help and assist. So whatever is next for Jamaica is next for Jah Jah Foundation. That's all I can tell you. And if the government allows us to come in, we're more than willing to help. But we've been going into the dance hall for about 10 years now. We go to Uptown Mondays once a year, and we do HIV testing within the dance hall. tell you the scope of what we do in Jamaica. We have a dental clinic in Westmoreland that we see patients when we come down there. We see tons of patients, over 150 patients we see in a dental clinic in a week.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
And you know how dental care can be expensive in Jamaica.
Oh, yes, we know that. Do you have any bureaucratic red tape issues that you had to fix?
As you know, Richie B, the Jamaican system is very complex, and many people get turned off because of the policies and the procedures. But we work with the policies and the protocols. We try to observe them and try to work. But it does get frustrating. We try to get better, but we don't complain. We just work with it and try to see if we can do it for better Jamaica. That's what makes us persist.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, well, listen, Dr. Trevor Dixon, really, really good to talk with you this morning and hear all of the good that you're doing for our country. I'd like to commend you, all of the members of the Jaja Foundation and your affiliates. We have interviewed Dr. Karen Dunkley on several occasions. Please give her my regards. And I implore you and the others to keep on keeping on. We are the beneficiaries and we're quite happy. Thank you so much.
But thanks again, Richard B. And as I said, this is not just a Jaja Foundation initiative. It's all the organizations. We thank all the organizations out of the United States who come down to Jamaica with us and partner with us so we can make a better Jamaica. One love is the COVID-19 mission. One love to everyone. And be safe, social distance, and please get immunized if you're qualified.
Thank you so much, Dr. Trevor Dixon. Have a good day today.
One love.
One love. All right, so he's from the Jaja Foundation, Dr. Trevor Dixon, and we applaud him and the foundation and all of their affiliates who are doing wonderful stuff and helping out Jamaica, especially in times of need. Justin Bieber is being urged by an international human rights organization to abandon his upcoming concert in Saudi Arabia. This organization, the Human Rights Foundation, HRF, says it sent a letter to the Canadian pop star calling on him to cancel a planned appearance at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix coming up on December 5. And if he accedes to their request, it would be, they say, a symbol of solidarity with the ongoing suffering of the Saudi people. Now, you know that to hire the services of Justin Bieber comes at quite an expensive rate, and it means that he would be pocketing a large sum of money. I don't know whether or not they have convinced him, but the HRF has outlined details of the event, and they say it's financed by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, whose family, according to them, was implicated at several different times, including implicated in the killing of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. And that happened in 2018. You remember that, right? So now they're calling on Justin Bieber to cancel this engagement, which no doubt, in those artists' world, most of the times they're actually paid up front if you want to secure their services. So I don't know whether or not Justin or his team are considering this request, almost like a demand, but we'll keep you updated. We do have an interview segment right now. Miss Ann Thompson, who is the general manager at Proactive Lifestyle, is our guest in this segment. Good morning, Miss Thompson. How are you?
Good morning, Richard B, to you and your listeners. I am good.
Wonderful to have you on the program for the first time. I hope it won't be the last.
I hope so as well.
All right. Last week, actually, we shared with our listeners that November is Diabetes Awareness Month. And this morning, we want to sort of continue that conversation about diabetes with you in your capacity as general manager at Proactive Lifestyle. And maybe throughout our discourse, you will share some advice on natural alternative treatments for preventing and managing diabetes, if that's okay with you.
Sure, yes, that's why we are here.
Wonderful. So, first off, Ms. Thompson, explain what natural alternative treatments really are.
Okay, well, natural alternative treatments are treatments that you use that are not necessarily prescribed by a doctor. So they're like plant, herbal based.
Mm-hmm.
right? So things like, say that we're talking about diabetes.
Yes.
So say you want to take something in the form of a tea, right? There are teas that control or reduce the blood sugar levels that you can have in place of your regular tea. All right, so we would encourage persons with diabetes to take these teas, and that will assist in bringing down the sugar levels or controlling it whilst it is that you're having just a cup of tea.
Got you. Generally speaking, Ms. Thompson, would you say that these natural alternative treatments have been proven to be effective and helpful through the years?
Well, these natural supplements have been studied over many years, Richie B, and studies have been done, uses in terms of years-long uses, and people have come forward to say, yes, they work. And not only that, being in the stores on a day-to-day basis, interacting with customers who come in from month to month to check on their products, to refill, to tell us, to give us updates on what is happening. So we are positive that they work, right? There's nothing to tell you that something works more than a person that uses it and comes in and say to you that, I have improvements and I'm sticking to this and it is good and I can recommend it.
Do you find there's people will see a change in their health within reasonable time, maybe within weeks or so after using these kinds of treatments?
Yes, it all depends on the individual, because some persons will get results faster than others, and it also depends on the person's commitment as well, because one person may be committed to using the products and they stick to it, so that person will see more results than a person who, doesn't take it every day, don't stick to it. So we are here to encourage persons that the products, they do work, natural alternatives work, so we encourage them to stick with it, and once they do, it works beautifully.
So it also has to do with the severity of the illness that the person is afflicted by, eh?
Right, it does. So one of the things that we do at Proactive Lifestyle, Richie B, is that we give free advice. We encourage persons to come in, talk to us, and as our name says, Proactive, we try to ensure that persons prevent rather than treat, because most persons are reactive. All right, so we talk about things like your lifestyle, your diet. We encourage persons exercise, drink water, substitute water for juice, right? Encourage them to take more fiber in the diet, because fiber helps with diabetes as well. Visit the doctor. Make sure you do your regular checkups, because diabetes is not just something that pops up on us. You have a condition called pre-diabetes, where the sugar level is high, but you're not at that stage to be diagnosed as being a diabetic. So if we go and we do our regular checkups and we are able to identify before we reach a diabetic stage, it can actually be reversed with lifestyle and diet.
And diet is very, very important, I know.
Yes, it is very important, because we have to remember as a people that the food, most of the food that we eat, that we intake into the body, is turned into sugar. All right? And that is what we use for energy. Now, the body is supposed to produce insulin to help us metabolize, we say, to use up the sugar, right? And if that system is impaired, meaning it's not working properly, too much sugar is left into the blood, and that is where the problem arises. So that is very important.
Tell us a little bit more about Proactive Lifestyle. Where are you located, and what are some of the services that you really provide?
Okay, so Proactive Lifestyle has 5 locations. Tropical Plaza is the Kingston location. There's one in Portmore Mall in St. Catherine, one in Burger King Plaza in Ocherius, Fairview Shopping Center in Montego Bay and Caledonia Mall in Mandeville. We offer services like free advice. So you come in, you talk to us, you identify whatever it is, even though it's National Diabetes Month, anything at all you come in with, we'll assist you, right? And we like talking to persons because some of the things, Richie B, that persons don't know is that when you catch an illness in the early stages, it is better for us. And diabetes in particular, there's a lot of things that can happen if it spirals out of control. You can become blind, you can lose limbs, you can have circulation issues, and I can tell you, Richie B, we get a lot of these every day. All right, so the awareness, and I love that we have a whole month dedicated to diabetes, where we can actually inform and educate more persons.
Yes.
All right. So in terms of what we offer the free advice. We have supplements like bitter melon, chromium, genema. These things naturally take the sugar out of the blood. We have different supplements that will assist in different areas, detoxing, cleansing, weight loss, because, some persons, when they go to the doctor may say to them that you are overweight and this contributes to you developing diabetes. So there are different things that we offer, and we welcome anyone who wants to come in, even for just the advice, for the information. We are open to you.
All right. What are your opening hours, by the way?
Okay, so right now we are from 9 until 6 p.m. from Monday to Saturdays. We're closed. All locations are closed on a Sunday.
Okay. And you've been very helpful this morning. I'm actually due another visit to your Tropical Plaza location. So
oh, that's lovely.
You all will see me soon. But thank you so much for the information you shared, and I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome, and thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. Miss Ann Thompson, the General Manager at Proactive Lifestyle, sharing some important tidbits with us this morning, especially for those who are having ailments, including diabetes, and how you might want to consider some natural alternative treatments for preventing and managing those health issues. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a moment that we love and we appreciate, because Bobby Clark is about to give us some history of the connections between General Degree and himself and the music and the radio stations. Morning, Bobby. How you doing?
Morning.
He brought you out.
Well, you know what? I was driving in and I said, that can't be Degree. Yeah. That can't be Degree. No way. So I'll have the world know that when we started Arijam 28 years ago,
yes,
the theme music to start it off, his voice was in there, was produced by Danny Brownie.
Yeah.
And the entire mainstream crew was a part of it. So
fantastic.
To have him here at the bridge is also phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah, man.
So you go way back.
Way. It's my brother.
Was it a case where you said to Danny, you have to have General Degree's voice in this?
No, man. I said, do what you want.
Just do what you want to do. That's your style. Right. You just allow the creative juices to flow, so to speak. Right. But he's a phenomenal artist, Bobby.
And I'm not behind his back, in front of his face. Yeah. He's one of the best that has done it here in Jamaica. And he's done major things abroad. Mm-hmm. So I think he deserves more than he's getting. So,
he really does. A fantastic storyteller Degree. Right. I mean, I don't know where you got that ability to tell stories the way you do, boss, but you have done from school days.
Very good composition writer.
Okay.
I was very good when it comes to writing stories as a young
student.
Mm-hmm. So it's coming from there. So
but that seems to be an approach that you took in terms of your music, really, to tell stories.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
And very often humorous stories.
Definitely, I chose that role because when I just started, I was very on the road boy, that kind of side. You know? If you listen to my early songs, they're very edgy. Mm-hmm. It's not suggestive like pianist, and it was more edgier, you know.
Thank you for dropping by, Bobby. Pleasure, man.
Bobby,
I was about to hand over the interview to you. I know the CEO has some big things to take care of, so do your thing. Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
So that's how we did really. really goes from the early stages of certain things. So I mean, it's a long story. If me ever restart Richie, a whole day the program done, I will still talk.
Yes, but this quote unquote grooming that was taking place toward your career, that was actually in Manchester, right? Where are you
definitely Mandeville. Yeah, I got a little. A little tease from when I was in Kingston. Because I was an early drop out of school. Me get my first youth when I was 16-year-old.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, drop out of school.
Start
so
young.
Yeah, so yeah, mother sent me to Kingston.
Yeah.
I learned trade tailoring. And, by being in Mona, so me meet Capleton, Simpleton at the time.
Yeah.
Who else? Someone else, man. Yeah, but Major Mackerel.
Yeah, okay.
So that is how I started knowing them. Before them bossing up.
Okay, really?
We sit down on the ice box of Papine, and I look down at tavern, and we just hang out there, so on a beer vibes. So Major Mackerel knows that I was a DJ.
Okay.
And then when Major Mackerel bossing up, them time I gone back a country, and there was a thing named Knock Salute.
Yes, I remember that show.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you remember when Major Mackerel called me up on that show, so when we see him backstage and him say, Degree, I'll call you up. Mr. William just say,
you are run.
No, I run to the place and I say, this big crowd, this man will call me up.
Never performed in front of such a large crowd before.
Me always do my thing.
Yeah. But you had a few lyrics though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, oh God, man.
Yeah,
That's why when we go up and mash up the place, go up and draw through, mash up the place, and we get booked for the next year because of that.
Just like that.
Yeah, man.
So is it a case where producers were there and saw you? How did it transition now into the recording side of things?
Good thing about me, what happened with me as an artist, as a little MAGA youth now with this big voice, that helped me.
Yeah.
Everybody who hear me from Bobby Digital, Steely and Clevie, Danny Brown, everybody who hear me talk, just want to voice me. So me a voice man, big rhythm them long before my boss. Hold up your hand, y'all and take a girl, man. Jump up, them rhythm, them dip on them rhythm there. So people are hear me and know me from a long time before me boss. Because that song, when me up on the radio, the boss a man only. It was a name Stregge. Very big song in that man, truly high school and our slang. So it transit from there. So me did luckily on the big rhythms them. So when me did boss, me did have so much experience.
Yeah, and a catalog that was growing as well.
Definitely.
To take us back, I like to ask this question of some of entertainers like yourself. When you heard your song on the radio for the first time, what was that like?
Winston Williams.
The Whip.
Yep.
Morning with it.
Never forget, man.
Yes.
Mother Road Pitney. Mother Road Pitney, Pitney Road. It's a spin-off. No, Granny's a spin-off from that. That was the first song I did, like a mother schooling a child.
Yeah.
And that was the first song I hear, and I tell you, that feeling never come back. Like hearing yourself on radio for the first time. Oh my God, it was something else. And it's so now Granny come out because I do a song now, right? I do Mother, I gotta do Granny now. But this time I said, I gotta add the voice tonight. I gotta try a thing. Because I always hear my sister around the house a gimmick and I do the thing. So now me try the Granny thing now, and as you know, maybe you hear the story, so I beg Danny Brown not to release it.
After you voiced it?
Yeah, because back to where I was saying earlier, I was a hardcore artist. So me very dramatic and humorous, yeah, but a bare hardcore lyrics, Mr. DJ. So when me starting, I said, I don't want nobody hear me sound like no Granny, man. I said, no, sir. So me the country, I called Danny from the call box. I said, Danny, don't release a song, you know. Danny said, he can't release me, you know.
Yeah.
I did it. 2 days, I said, no, man. Song come out and me sound like a old lady. I gotta go up, I call Danny again, I beg Danny, and Danny convince me. I said, Degree, please, give me a chance with that song here. I said, my voice the next time, I said, no, Degree, give me a chance.
Work with this.
And
it became a monster hit.
Monster.
The rest is history.
The next day. And you know the big mistake in the song.
Where's the mistake?
Wheel and come again, I can't catch a note there.
You can't.
Those are literally mistake. That wasn't part of the song.
Okay.
I was running out of breath. And we couldn't go. Well, you understand? We couldn't go there. The rice gone up, chicken, flour. Whole and I, if you notice me, I said, whole and I can't catch a note there. Come again.
Yeah.
I run out of breath. But when me did we now for Danny Brownie forward now, and I can't hear nothing start, I push the door, Danny up on him side, I dead with laugh. So I said, Danny, I could finish it. He said, no, make it stay. I said, Danny, I saw the song go. He said, no, make it stay.
Leave it.
So
Leave it.
You see the magic where sometime in the music.
The stories are always very interesting. You tell stories in your music, and you're telling us stories on the radio as well.
Yeah, man.
What are you doing currently right now?
Just me. I'm still putting out current songs. I have a new song called Bad Girl Ride. I have my project, because I have my Size 8 label.
Size 8 label, right?
Yeah. For people who doesn't know or maybe remember the song that Chrissy D sing, Here Comes the Rain Again, Bounty Killer Magnet, and Follow the Arrow Bounty Killer. That's my production. So I'm been producing, and Sparkplug was my production too.
Yes,
I produced that song. So it's just me continuing.
You have a project that's coming out soon?
Yeah.
On the label Size 8,
Size 8 label right now.
Not yet named, you were telling me off
No.
But you're loading up some serious artists on it.
Yeah, some serious artists on it. So people could look out for that project in the next 2 weeks.
Which song do you use to get the entire crowds when you're performing
Traffic Blocking.
Traffic Blocking.
Is that all right? From that song come out till today.
Yeah.
That's the closing song for me everywhere I go in the world.
Yeah.
Till today. And I'm talking about when the rhythm come on. Is like a frenzy.
Yeah, the people just take it over and start singing.
Yeah, because you have to remember, Traffic Blocking is still one of the most played dancehall songs everywhere in the world today.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what? It reminds me of Richie.
What?
I like to move it.
Ah. That's a league that we're talking right here.
I'm not guessing at myself.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth.
No, man. We have seen you in action. We have seen you in action locally and overseas. I took you, remember, years ago to Grand Cayman, and we came back home smiling. So I'm saying to you publicly, thank you again, sir.
Yeah, man. Respect.
But you're truly one of the artists that we have a lot of respect for. You have done a lot of good work, and it's good to know that you're still involved in making good music.
Yeah, man.
In instances, producing yourself, but also producing others, and making sure that the industry continues to grow.
Yeah,
where can people find you on social media?
Okay. We call it now Instagram, General Degree 1.
Okay.
Number 1. YouTube, General Degree 1. And for you go Instagram, you'll see me everywhere. You'll see me TikTok, you'll see me thing. Me have a link tree, General Degree.
Yeah.
So that can take you everywhere. But General Degree, the number 1 is my Instagram.
To your fans who have supported you all these years, in closing, what do you want to say to them?
Just thanks, and just know that I'm still here and still have some crazy things coming. I'm still personally, I still feel fit. I still feel active. I still just feel the same time, the same way before I got my break.
Is the way you're feeling right now. That's a good thing.
No, never leave me.
That's a good thing, General Degree. Yeah. Great seeing you this morning.
Yeah, man.
Big up to our brethren, Brady, with us same lucky.
Brady, big up Brady and Sophia Square. Sophia Square for the new rhythm to us. Look out for Sophia Square.
I get a little ear-spun that it bad.
Yeah, man.
So when the rhythm is ready, we'll have a chance to play it.
All right.
Great singer, bro.
Yeah,
take care of yourself.
Thanks again, Richie.
Anytime, man.
Respect.
Richie B, the party master, on Up and Go, The Bridge, 99 FM.